Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.
Hey, sorry about that delay. Good grief. Still having issues going live in the group, but I think we finally got it. I just was, my typical determined self. I'm not settling for this Facebook. You will work. You will fall under my powers. I'm only kidding. Oh no. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but when you're trying to get Facebook to work and it won't quite work, and so you keep, yeah. So welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you all. And hi, Roses for Life. And Shauna. Hi, Shauna. And Linda, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Mamoni, missing my son, please. Okay, well, we'll see. Congratulations, Turtle. Not sure why you're telling me that. Hi, Linda. Welcome. You're welcome, Melissa. Thanks for being grateful. I always appreciate gratitude. Is that a funny thing? I don't think it's a funny thing. I think gratitude is important. Did you know that out of all the emotions, that gratitude is the most healing for your heart and your soul? Did you know that? So when you take the time to feel gratitude and really feel it, like in your heart and your soul, even if it's just for like, I'm grateful there's green grass outside or whatever. Although I guess a lot of you don't have green grass outside right now. You could be grateful for the beauty of the snow, even though it's freezing cold outside, right? That power is the most powerful thing you can ever do, like energetically and for health for your body. If you make a practice of being grateful every day, you're less likely to get sick. Look it up. Good afternoon, Marianne. Welcome, Marianne. And hi, Alyssa. Hi there. No, thanks you, Sasha. Sasha said, thank you for your time and energy, Hollis. May I please have a mini reading? Okay. We'll see how it goes, Sasha. I don't usually do it this way, but I'm going to give it a try. I have done it this way. It's just been a while. So we'll see how things come to me. I also aware that that there's probably a channeled spirit that's asking but we'll get into that in just a minute. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Hi, Tisha. Alyssa. Manifesting any technology to work the way you want is hard work. I agree. Sometimes it is. Hi, Michelle. Samantha, I say good grief all the time. I have a thing. I sometimes even think I'm kind of like Charlie Brown. I love my dog. Yeah, I'm a little bit like Charlie Brown. I'm just saying. I am a little bit. So, like if you were to think of me as one of the Peanuts, I would say that it would be Definitely. Okay. I would definitely be. Oh, it's not scrolling down. There we go. It would definitely be Charlie Brown. And I often say good grief. I just think it's a good word. Um, like, oh, jeez, right? Like, I guess I could do like the Bart Simpson thing or Homer. Dope, right? But I think good grief is actually better because dope takes way too much responsibility for things. Good grief is like, oh my gosh, right? Hi, Kylie. And Melissa says it is so important. It takes a lot of your time and energy to be here with us, and we're grateful for that. Thanks, Melissa. Hey, Amber. Hi. And hi, T. It's great to see you. Oh, boy. So let me tell you a little bit about what's coming to me lately. Is first of all, I still am drawn to doing medium readings. Sometimes I get a little tired out. Hi, Lynette and Kelly. Welcome. Um, they're in the group. They're in the medium group. So, um, sometimes I get a little tired out. I think that's just kind of like almost kind of like burnout, but I've gotten pretty good at learning to manage that in the last few years. Like now, like at Christmas time, I took off 3 complete days. I didn't do any readings. I did nothing but meditation and fed my soul, did things that were good for me. Spent some time with my spouse. We did a lot of like yoga and meditation together. And we restarted some habits that, they're kind of like fallen aside. Like, you do a habit for a while and then there's this like, and then you skip it. And then the next thing you know, you're skipping it 3 days a week instead of doing it every day or whatever. So we picked up a lot of our good habits, which are like, yoga. I try to wake up every day in gratitude. I try to speak out loud what I'm grateful for. And then I also, but sometimes I don't. Like if my spouse is sleeping, I'll just kind of keep it to myself and just be like, I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful because remember what I just said about gratitude a little bit ago. Um, Grateful I'm alive. Grateful, there's beautiful snow outside. Grateful, whatever it is. Grateful I have all my needs met. I have food, I have shelter, I have electricity, I have an internet. Right? Okay, so all my needs are met. I have medicine. I have access to medical care. So, I'm grateful for all of those things because certainly there are lots of people in the world that don't even have those things. And if we took a little time to be grateful for those things, one of the other things that I've learned that I always teach my granddaughter is the more you say thank you, the more of those things you're going to get. And it works that way, not just with your parents or grandparents, but it also works that way with the universe. The more you say thank you, the more things like that will come your way. So, so I spent some time doing that, and then I do yoga, and meditation, and I make sure I do a workout every day, some sort of cardio, take a walk, or even if it's just for 20 minutes. My minimum is 20 minutes. My maximum is an hour. Okay. And as well as I cook my food every single day, and pretty much unless I'm out running errands, but still then I still often won't try to come home for the meal rather than so there's currently a spammer, just saying. So so I do a lot of different things on a day-to-day basis to feed my soul. And something that I've been feeling for quite some time now is not just the doing these mediumship live things, but also to channel. I don't know, a couple of I've been eyeing some channels, and the channel that's really caught my eye is named Bashar. Well, he's not the channel, but that's who he channels. And maybe some of you might know him. So I would say that I've been kind of listening to him for a few years now, and I've always felt that there's this entity that needs to channel through me. And I'm not completely ready to, I don't know. It might come out of me. I'm going to set the intention that I do readings, but I'm also going to set the intention that this entity can sort of show itself through me now. Um, So this would be a great way to bring it through, I think, because I think, hi Tina, because I'm pretty sure that the messages I have are about death and the other side and things like that. I did. We're also working on a meditation that I'll be releasing on Monday. I hope you look out for that. It'd be really good for grief. It'd be very therapeutic for grief for you to listen to. It will help you. I feel that our world today lacks um, an understanding for the other side. I feel a lot of us just feel like we don't know. Like we just don't know. And while that's okay to question, and even to question what I say happens, um, I think there are some things that are pretty obvious, like reincarnation, soul contracts, soulmates, and some things that are, realistic, right? So I think some of that is what I'm supposed to be. T says it lacks empathy. I kind of agree with you, T. It does lack empathy, and it also lacks like something beyond like heaven and hell. Like I don't think it's black and white like that. I think that's kind of weird to think about. Like even someone that's mentally ill and that was mentally abused and born into a home where they were mentally abused and then they act out of that mental abuse, they go to hell. Do you really think that happens? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that's kind of like where I get to, right? Like I don't think God is a punishing God. I think that thinking that God is a punishing God is a mistake. Okay. So I'm going to set some intentions and then I'm going to begin the readings. Okay. First, I'm probably going to start with spirit led, but then I might pull to somebody if I'm called to them. Okay. Um, and I might also start channeling whatever being decides to come through me. Okay. I agree, Alyssa. It's every shade of gray opposed to a hard black and white. I totally agree. And I'm just not convinced that evil spirits exist, nor because I think once we die, whatever we did wrong, we'll integrate those lessons into our life and then we're going to be reborn. And I don't believe in evil babies. So that kind of defies there being a spirit that's like evil, right? Because then you totally do away with that. And I also, the one thing that I've gotten in my meditations, that's for sure, is that defense is the first act of violence. So when you defend yourself, that's actually like when you put up defenses before someone's even hit you or whatever, that's the first act of violence. Okay. So I agree, Sasha. I agree. Yeah. So thanks for listening, y'all. And so I'm glad that you're in this with me. I'm glad that you're willing to explore this with me and you're open minded to hear what I have to say. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my intentions, which, if you ever had a reading with me, you know I always set my intentions in the beginning because, well, anything you do, you should set your intentions because then your spirit guides know what their part is and everybody's clear, including you, including me. I call upon my spirit guides in the here and now. I call you to come forward to me now. Help me to bring messages from the other side or from any dimensions that need to be brought through. Thank you for guiding me and knowing what to say and just allowing the words to come out of my mouth. Thank you for helping me to understand more deeply. Thank you for helping me see so that I can help others see. Thank you for helping me connect to the other side. Thank you for helping me connect to any spirits in the here and now that might need to come through in this moment. Thank you for connecting with me now. Namaste. Okay. I believe one of the first spirits that I have here now, this person, I'm just going to say, like, everybody likes food, but they liked food, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to hone in on what kind of food. Like, would this be more like foodie food or health food? No, this person actually liked healthy food. So they probably were a healthy cook or something like that. They made fairly healthy food, at least for their time. They're saying it may not be seen as healthy as it is today, but they did appreciate, like, they would try to do, like, somebody was diabetic, maybe a husband or something. I believe this might be a feminine spirit. And so I believe their spouse was, but don't always listen to gender, in case you noticed. I'm non-binary and I can't even figure it out for myself. Anyway, it feels like she's saying that her spouse was like diabetic or something. So sometimes she would try to make snacks and food that was healthier, less carbs, less sugars, and generally she was um yeah, I would say that she liked cooking. So like if you went over her house, you might have like low sugar muffins or stuff like that. um she feels like she might have been a little bit chunky. um and she tried her best to eat healthy and do the right thing, but I feel like as far as her health goes, but I feel like the times were limited because she definitely feels like her prime might have been in the 60s, maybe the 70s, somewhere in there, 50s, 60s, 70s. Okay. And when she passed, she was a little bit older, so this feels like maybe somebody's grandmother. um I feel like he passed. Is he passed now? Yeah, so he passed. He's already passed as well. But I do feel like you knew her. There's some anxiety, some nervousness. Okay. I don't think that she's like used to being on stage. I think she's kind of on the shy side, and she feels a little bit like, I mean, not terribly shy, but it's also some anxiety and something down in the gut. Could also be your anxiety. Maybe you both had that in common. I think she liked to wear, I think she wore pants, but she still sometimes wore like aprons, oddly enough. Mostly just because she didn't want to get her shirt dirty. But she had like old fashioned aprons from like the 50s or something. But she wore them, even like they were 20 years old. She still wore them. Mostly because she just didn't want to get her shirt dirty. And when you would visit her, she would offer a sweet gift. Well, a healthy ish sweet gift. She's saying it wouldn't be seen as healthy. Like today, we're more refined in what's considered healthy. But that's one of the reasons she's attracted to my energy, to my spirit, because I also I love to bake healthy food. Hmm. Does she have front door? Pretty sure she's showing me the front door of her house or the front door of a building. We'll see what it is. There's a little bit of an awning. The door is back in. a little bit, but not a lot, just a little bit. I feel like there's a screen door already open and I'm stepping into the wood. Okay, so there is a couple of steps under me. So there's like one or two steps. Almost kind of feels like a couple of steps that leads up into the house. Okay. She definitely had like the, typical 70s. If you can if she's starting to sound familiar, please speak up. Um Typical, like, I'd say probably like 70s-ish. I'm not really good like with that, but just, not modern, old-fashioned sort of old stuff. She has a bowl of some sort of candies, but I think they might be like sugar-free or something. There's a chair and a couch. There does seem to be an old-fashioned TV all the way to the left as I walk in the door. I believe there's also a mantle, not a mantle, fireplace, like a, but I'm not sure it's like actively used. Like I think it's just an old-fashioned fireplace in the wall type of thing, and there seems to be a kitchen beyond. And she's very welcoming, very greeting, very much like speaking out, like reaching out. She wants to welcome you in. She wants to offer you something. She wants to welcome you in. Like she feels like she's welcoming everybody here. So she must be a very welcoming person. Oh my goodness, she's funny. Okay. She's just like, everybody come on in, like that. Okay. So she's actually quite sweet. I think she's going to be our host for the evening, but she's a little bit shy. Okay, but she has enough whatever to speak up for herself and to welcome us all. So like if we knocked on her door, she would welcome you and your friends. Okay. Okay. Is the spirit feel like anyone knows at all? I feel like no one said anything, so okay. She's telling me, she's reassuring me. She's like, it's shyness and skepticism. And I was like, oh, okay. A mixture of the two. Okay. What else? What else can you show me? I would call it an average sized kitchen. It's definitely not modern. It's definitely older. Um, she's definitely reassuring. There is a back door that seems to go outside into a backyard. I would call it suburban city. I wouldn't call it like 100% city, like downtown or anything like that. Maybe there does seem to be neighbors, and it does seem to be kind of like row houses or something, but it could be a softer part of the city at the very least. Um, and there are definitely neighbors, and the backyard doesn't seem to be like a postage stamp or anything, but I can't really. I mean, let's see if we can go out there. She's kind of her height is, I would call her, like, she's saying she was average height, but she got shorter as she got older. uh okay. I don't think that she lived to like be super old, but probably in her 70s or 80s, somewhere in there. I feel like that he died first. Um, Her husband died first, and so she lived alone for a bit. Should I keep going, or should I move on to other spirits? Well, no one seems to be speaking up. So if this doesn't match anyone, I'll bid my goodbyes and move on. Maybe she's connected to someone that's not here right now, and maybe I need to speak that as my intention. Is your person here now? Okay. Well, I've never been big on trying to prove it to skeptics, so okay. Okay. She's so very polite and very validating. Nice. Okay, this sounds exactly like her. It is possible it could be my mamaw. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it tingles down my back, Alyssa, so that usually means yes. My papa became diabetic right before he died. Okay. She liked to cook healthy and what was considered healthy back then. That's fine. And her prime was in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, exactly. Like that's when she was healthiest, or that's when she was her strongest, right? It's okay. It's okay. So Alyssa said, sorry, it took me a minute. My screen froze. It's okay. Facebook, sometimes I think Facebook wants me to channel the entity that seems to be knocking on my door. Anyway, I think this is your mom because I usually get good confirmation. I get good yeses and nos. I'm great at getting yes and no answers. Okay, so that's actually like if you ask a yes or no question, I can usually get the answer. And sometimes I can even get a whole lot more to it. But this sounds pretty much like a match, Alyssa. Was she not super loud or super empowered and maybe a little bit shy if she was put on stage or if there were suddenly like 20 people at her door? Like, would she kind of be like, ooh, like, maybe a little bit on the shyer side? I wouldn't call her loud and proud. But at the same time, she was also very validating, very nice, very reassuring. At least that's the way she wants to come across at this time. That's what she's showing me. She's saying she wasn't always that perfect. Yeah. So she was a great hostess too. Very welcome. She was shy also though. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. It's like kind of that, like she's a great hostess, but she's kind of like, who me? Like kind of that. Yeah. So she's actually I think she's kind of I like her. Okay. Like I think she feels like everybody's favorite grandma. Um oh, and a prime example of what you would call a lady. Absolutely. Very much so. Yes, that's a great. I never think of that word, lady. But yes, Alyssa. Yeah. Um. uh, I assume you know how she passed. Who passed of a heart thing? Who is that? Okay. She doesn't want me to feel it too intensely. I was diagnosed with a unique heart condition, and sometimes spirits know that, so then they're a little bit gentler when someone had a heart thing. So because if they make me feel it, suddenly I'm like, oh my god, is that me or spirit? Oh, my father had a massive coronary. Okay, that would explain it. Okay, she also had heart problems. Okay, okay, let me just see what she's trying to say around that. She wants you to take care of yourself, Alyssa. I hope you're eating healthy, particularly cholesterol and things like that. Are you watching cholesterol? She's saying that's probably okay. She wants you to take care of yourself. She's excited for Pluto and Aquarius. Okay, it's very sweet. As a spirit, as her soul, she recognizes that right now we're in the age of Aquarius, and what that means, like for medicine, is that people could live much longer. In the next 20 years, we could watch life expand and disease go down drastically, which we could really use right now because lifespan's been increasing, but our disease has also been increasing. So as we get Aquarius rules medicine, and for the next 20 years, we're going to be growing like, whoa, as far as medicine goes. But she wants you to make sure that you're tested and stuff, particularly having something to do with cholesterol. Okay. So I hope you're getting a lipid panel every year. Um, oh, I see. So Alyssa, I'm also so I just let you know, I have a medical intuitive thing too. So I've lost a ton of weight, she said, and can hardly eat right since my husband died. Okay, my heart is also having a lot of problems as well. Okay. My cholesterol is great, thankfully. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know exactly. So I don't know what condition you've been diagnosed with, but she's saying that it's genetic. And like that you're just starting to develop it. Like she doesn't feel like, I don't think your life is in danger in the next week or two. Okay. Um but I think that she's trying to guide you. Alyssa, are you like approaching 40 or somewhere around 40 um ish? Because she's also pointing to the hormone changes. So when a woman ages, hormones change and that can affect the heart. Um, so that's just what she's pointing to. She's also pointing to diet, and but you've already said that you're not eating right. So, um, and she keeps coming back to the lipid panel. Okay, so just making sure to make sure that you get all the tests that the doctors require and try to follow the doctor's orders. That's kind of her big message, but she wants you to take care of yourself um, because it's an exciting time. It is an exciting time for the human race. It is an exciting time. It seems a little daunting to us, to a lot of us, because we're like, oh my God, is this really happening? But what I know about the spirit world is that they're actually excited about this time. They're saying big change is coming and that we're going to learn how to love each other and connect with each other in this time. So it's kind of a big deal. Okay. I know that cardiomyopathy, Alyssa. Interesting. Okay. So you understand that broken heart syndrome is partially in your emotions and in the grief. Um, I'm sure you understand that. I hope that you're seeing some sort of grief therapist or something like that. And you are in perimenopause. Okay. So, just this is what I mean, like medical intuitive. It's a weird thing. Comes naturally to me. Um, and so Alyssa, she's saying okay, okay. So she's kind of a little bit out there, like ahead of time, but there's going to be a meditation coming out on Monday. hopefully before Monday, because I think I just finished it right before I went live today, actually. Like I finished the audio part of it. And it's kind of a healing meditation for grief. And the thing that you should understand, Alyssa, is that as you're going forward through this, you can meditate yourself to healing. Believe it or not, you really can. I promise you, you can. You can check in with Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm not saying to stop taking any medication or anything like that. All I'm saying is add meditation. I'm sure your doctor would be totally in support. And not just meditation where you clear your mind, but therapeutic meditation where you have affirmations and really work on that grief, like actively work on that grief. I hope that you're seeing a grief coach or a grief counselor or a therapist or something to really help you work through that grief, because she's making reference to the heart and the mind connection, the heart mind connection. There's a company called Heart Math that teaches you that. I can show you some of the techniques if you come to grief coaching with me. But there's ways to get your brain and your heart to connect together. Okay. Good job. Okay, good, Alyssa. So Alyssa says, I've been doing grief meditation for the past 6 months. Great. As well as therapy and taking medications. And I assume you talk to your husband, Alyssa. So I hope that you talk to him on a regular basis, like set up a little altar, have a regular conversation with him. That's also very therapeutic from grief. I don't know if your therapist ever told you that, but it's very therapeutic for grief, particularly the type of grief that you're talking about. And to just talk to him and to start to recognize that you can have a different relationship with them. While you can come to acceptance that you may not have a physical relationship with them, you have a spiritual and emotional relationship with them that still exists, that still continues to this day. Okay, Alyssa, so there's a lot more that could be said, but I just want you to know your grandmother is aware about the heart, and that must be why she keeps bringing it up. So I'm just going to say it's really a beautiful thing to work through grief, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you that there is. I have walked people through that darkness, and I've seen some of the hardest cases come out the other side. Okay, it's very possible. Learning to transform would be helpful. I would also suggest maybe astrology death chart reading, or at least your astrology natal chart, so you can see what would heal you, what direction to aim you, because it sounds like you're doing a lot of the things that I would suggest. And she said, I talk to him every single day like he's sitting right next to me. I also have an altar set up with his ashes here too. I'm deeply connected with him. So on a soul level, he's my twin flame. Okay, great, Alyssa. And do you believe that when you pass that you guys will be connected and that you'll probably have a future life together? And she said, ironically, her heart problems got worse after she lost my papa. Interesting. So maybe that's why she's really bringing it up. She is your spirit guide, Alyssa. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. She's your spirit guide. Okay. Looks like we got a spammer. Yeah, she's definitely your guide. She's at your side, Alyssa. So don't question that. And I feel like you're gonna heal. Even though your heart, I really feel like the heart mind meditation connection. Have you ever done any heart math type stuff, or do you know what that is? Have you tried to do heart brain consciousness type of meditation? It could be really powerful for you because she keeps coming back to that. So I don't know. I know I got him, Kylie. I already got rid of her. So I see that you do wholeheartedly believe that your grandmother is your spirit guide. And I believe that too. Okay. So Alyssa, just look up heart math. Just look it up. And there's lots of, I don't know if you have Gaia TV. Gaia TV has heart math meditations on it. But there's a device that you can use that will find out if your heart and brain are connected. This will help your heart catch up to you, because what the science shows is that in your heart has its own brain, and then you have this brain here, and then of course you got the brain in your gut, right? So you got three brains in your body, and getting them, the three of them, together is kind of the trick to healing. Okay, so I would check out heart math. Just, it's not going to hurt you to change the type of meditations that you're doing, because she keeps showing me the logo for heart math, and she keeps telling me to tell you. And I think the meditation that I'm coming out on Monday might also help you. Also, the other trick that I'll tell you is, if every day throughout the day you could just put your hand on your heart, maybe take a minute to close your eyes and say like a few things that you're grateful for, and really feel that gratitude. Really feel that gratitude. So just take a minute, put your hand on your heart. Oh, I'm really grateful to be alive. I'm grateful the snow is so beautiful, and grateful my needs are met. Okay, something like that. Okay, whatever it is, and just close your eyes and you make sure that you're feeling that gratitude to the best of your ability. Yeah, take a look at it, Alyssa. I hope it helps you, and also, of course, watch out for my meditation on Monday, or sometime before Monday it will be out. We got to give Brighthawk enough time to make the video. So I've just finished the audio. And it's exciting because I'm pretty sure it would help somebody just like you, Alyssa, just like you. Okay. It's actually intended for somebody just like you. Okay. For people that are really suffering through grief. I call myself a shadow walker because that means that I walk through shadows. I've walked through tons of shadow, and I can come and meet you in the shadow, take your hand, and point you in the direction of the light. But you have to choose to walk with me. I'll hold your hand through it, but I'll show you the way to the light. And that's what I can say about that. Okay? Um, Joe White says, I believe my husband will be waiting for me when I pass, and we continue to be together. I believe that you guys will come back. I wholeheartely believe in reincarnation. Great, Kylie. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want people to find healing. I am a grief coach. I have a good idea of a lot of the questions. A lot of the things that people struggle with are all the same things, and I've already gotten answers for them. And and so I just felt like Spirit was guiding me to make this meditation that included these details about what exactly is on the other side, and a way to wrap your brain around it that's actually good for you, um, you know. So Joe White, I actually do believe that you probably would come back together. Might be a different relationship, but you'll definitely come back together. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate that. Thanks for seeing that. I appreciate that. Let's see if your grandma has anything else to say, Alyssa. She's grateful. She's tapping her hand on her heart. She's like, I'm so grateful you spoke up. Like, she's saying she's honoring your bravery. She's honoring your push past I guess some nervousness or something, or maybe it was skepticism. She's sweet. She's sweet, Alyssa. And she wants you to know she's at your side all the time. She's only a thought away. All you have to do is call on her and she's at your side. Okay? So she just wants you to know that. Very sweet, very sweet. Sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She kind of has a little bit of a sense of humor. She's like, okay, everybody out now. She's funny. Okay. I think she's just kidding. She's just kidding because she's laughing. She's just kidding. You're welcome. Alyssa said, I've been pushing really hard past the really dark thoughts lately. So that hits home. Thank you. You're welcome, Alyssa. You're welcome. Leave it to me to come into the dark thing and go, hey, the light's that way. That sounds exactly like her. She's cute. She's funny. She's just kind of like, okay. Sort of like, I guess a lady would kick everybody out. All right, let's see. Let me take a look at everybody that's here. Lynette said, sending love to Alyssa. What a beautiful reading. Heather Stern said, hello. Tina said, what an amazing reading. Thanks, Tina. I appreciate that. Thanks, Lynette. Yeah. It is beautiful when I find the connection to whomever I'm channeling. Alyssa, give yourself more credit than that. I couldn't find my way out of a paper bag, so directions are always welcomed. Okay. Well, I've just been there before. That's how I know the way around. Okay. Yeah, it is amazing for Alyssa. I agree, Tisha. Yes, it is beautiful. Thanks, T. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it is really beautiful. I'm amazed sometimes the stuff that comes through me. I'm as amazed at it as you guys are. Like, okay, well, that worked out. Seemed to match pretty much perfectly. Think it's right. So it's a funny thing, isn't it? And I've been doing this for 30 years and I'm still amazed. Okay. Like I just follow what I know. Okay. It's weird. All right. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have a pretty strong male, masculine man. He's also kind of funny. He likes to see people laugh. So he had a good sense of humor, and he's kind of a big guy too. Like his body was a little bit bigger. Okay. He's saying he also struggled with some heart things. That's why those are the relations. Those are the things that are related. That's why he's piggybacking right behind her. I don't think he's in relation to her, but that's it. Okay. And now he's showing me an eagle. Were you in the military, sir? Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure he's in the military. That's some sort of, it's definitely it's a bald eagle. It's like a bald eagle about to take off, like on a perch or something. Like, okay, and he's very, very strong. Well, I would say that he's loud. Okay, like he's very direct, very in my face. And so he's also saying, okay, Alyssa, you're saying, but he wasn't military? I don't know, Alyssa. I thought it was not connected to you. So let me keep going and see. Let's see if everything else matches, okay? Sometimes the bald eagle for me means military, but not always. But a lot of times the eagle is about to take off. Okay. Tisha, I just read your message and I got the chills, okay? My dad did love eagles and was in the Marines and had heart issues. Okay. And was he like outspoken, like kind of a funny guy, easygoing, a little bit chunky towards the end of his life? Not I wouldn't say that he was like obese, but he was bigger dude at least as he aged. And interesting. He was 260 when he died. Well, I don't know how tall he was, but he was definitely a joker. Okay, he was a joker, Tisha, and he was 260 when he died, and he was 6'3". Okay, so yeah, he was a little bit big, but not, okay. For some reason, and I'm not sure what he's trying to say, he keeps clapping like that. He keeps clapping. And I'm like, I mean, clapping symbolically means to clear the energy or clear the spirit. And then he claps, and then I see a bird flying up ahead, like flying overhead. Bird, or it could be more than one bird. Several birds? Several birds? Is it several birds? Yes. Okay. So, and then I see birds flying. Oh, wait a minute. Is he clapping at the birds? Did he clap at birds to like make them part? Like, like when geese fly in a flock, if you clap, they'll like kind of. It's a weird thing that I know. And I think he's doing that. I think that's what he's doing. Why would he be clapping? Oh, yes, he would clap the birds away. Oh my gosh, Tisha. What an unusual thing to bring through a reading. I'm just saying, okay? Wow, okay. He just kind of thought it was kind of fun to do, like funny, like you could make the birds. Okay. He's making a point to music, particularly to you. He's saying some of the old stuff. Are there older songs that remind you of him? Okay, he thought he was so funny to make the birds scared, and he would do it behind people. I bet he did, because he keeps doing it. He's like, and yeah, there's older songs that kind of remind, because he's making me feel like it's a little bit older music, and but he's very clear that there are songs that you listen to that remind you of him. Okay. Wow. Okay. See what I mean? This is what I mean, T. I'm amazed at this. like what? Okay. I'm glad you're helping me make sense of it though, Tish. His song is Big John. Huh. Big John. I don't know what that is. So it might be why I'm not sure what the music is, huh? I don't think I know that. Okay. Ooh, Tish, he's saying you're stressed. You're stressed, Tish. Tisha, you're stressed. You're like, he's saying that you're under a lot of stress right now. There's something going on, not just because of him, but it's not just grief, not from him anyway. There's something deeper going on for you. Stress. And he keeps bringing me up here to the head. So when I feel like I want to hold my head like this, it feels like stress. Now, stress can sometimes be in the body, and it can also be like mental illness. Okay, she said, yes, I'm stressed out with my health and mental. Okay. He's saying it's not totally him, but that you're stressed about something. It's not really him necessarily, like the loss of him. Yeah. Ooh, okay. 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 Tish, I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, but he's saying, is there something going on with the digestive part of your body, and hormones or something like that? And he's saying that there's something going on with the endocrine system and the gut. So, um, and you do know the gut like kind of rules your mental health, right? I don't know if you know that, but it's kind of well known at this point. Um, you lost him in 2013 and mom in 2020, so it's been a while. And at this point, you've probably accepted that it was their time. Like, it wasn't like you were 12 when you lost them. You get what I'm saying? Big difference when a person dies, when they're a little bit older, even if they're even if they're only in their 70s or so. I mean, it can be hard, but especially the first death. So, anyway, so he's saying you have to clean up your diet. And that's the biggest cause. Okay. Um, okay, Tish. Have you educated yourself about microplastics? Because he keeps whispering microplastics to me. And I do know that sometimes they can cause kidney disturbances, liver disturbances, and definitely stomach problems and gut problems. So he's saying to clean up your diet. Literally, he's doing the dishes and he's saying, clean your diet. He's washing it. But I think what he's trying to say is like that's just his way symbolically of saying to eat clean. So you're not eating prepared foods, are you? Prepared foods, meaning like stuff that comes out of a package that's already cooked and you just throw it in the microwave. Um, canned soup, um, cans. He's showing me cans, stuff in plastic containers. So I'm not trying to embarrass you or whatever, because he's also saying be careful, because I don't. Okay. Are you drinking your water out of a plastic water bottle? Disposable bottles. Something, but he's pointing to microplastics. He keeps whispering microplastics in my ear. And those are all the ways that microplastics come into our bodies. So, Tisha, you might want to look it up. Microplastics, kidneys, stomachs, and drinking out of disposable water bottles. Not good. Um, Maybe get like a water filtration system for your house or your apartment. There's some that just go on the counter. Those disposable bottles are some of the biggest health issues right now. They think it's like one of the biggest cause of kidney, liver, and stomach problems. Okay. Um, and Yeah, she's saying yes. Yes. So yeah, she does drink out of those bottles and she says, "I'll look at that." Okay, Tish. He's just, and he doesn't want me to say a whole lot more cuz he feels like you might be um defensive or something like that. I'm not sure. But he's now pulling me back. He's like, "Don't say anything else." Okay. But he wants me to warn you about those disposable, single-use water bottles or the big gallon containers where you buy like a gallon of water. Apparently, what you'll find when you start looking it up, it's like the number one thing that they've discovered recently is that the plastics in the bottle leach into the water, and then um, it's a microplastic of sorts. I think it's called PFAs, forever chemicals, and they're not good for our body, as you could imagine. So it kind of leaches it out like the longer it sits there. So you're actually better off drinking tap water. So yeah, Tisha, especially if it's your kidneys, right? I will get that as soon as possible. You're welcome, Tisha. I feel like he's pulling back now. He's like, that's all I wanted to say. That's it. So he just wanted you to know that. I don't know if he's tried to put it in front of you before, um, or what. But Barbara, lead is actually easily filtered out if you just buy like a filter that goes on your counter. Don't buy the Brita. Don't do that. Get there's a one on Amazon that's like a reverse osmosis. It'll cost you like $100, but if you're buying water, you spend that in a year. So, and then you can cook with clean water too. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, Tisha. You can thank your father, I think it was. So you can thank your father. So that's all he had to say. That was it. Wow. Okay. Sometimes spirits come through and just say that kind of thing. And yeah, Samantha, our ancestors are always trying to guide us, always trying to is always trying to like let us know about things, like point us in the right direction. Like I just think Samantha, like that's kind of their job because they want to help humans evolve to the next way, the next carnation of ourselves, help raise our vibration. And I think it's super important. You're welcome, Barbara. You're welcome. Alyssa, yeah, I think that info about bottled water is a good alert for everyone. I agree. And you can Google it. It's not, what I'm saying is not weird science or anything. This is real science. I'm not kidding you. It's a little bit scary. And my son was trying to figure out why my granddaughter at 9 years old had her period. And one of the causes of that, like of young girls having their period, is the microplastics and PFAs, forever chemicals in water and food. And so it's actually published on a government website and clearly says that that these PFAs are causing endocrine disturbances, kidney problems, heart problems, gut problems. Oh, just the list of health problems go on and on and on. It's really obnoxious. All you can do is go, what? And how can our government like allow this stuff? And it's really scary, actually. It's really kind of sad but leave it to the age of Aquarius to figure it out and to get rid of it. Okay. And that's what the age of Aquarius is all about. So I'm sorry, Barbara, that you're drinking bottled water. And I understand. When I traveled the country for our nonprofit where we would visit nursing homes, we would, I got him, Kylie. We would, go to all kinds of places all over the country. And some places people are like, you can't drink the tap water even with a Brita filter. And I'm just like, oh. And where I live, I have a well and I live up in the mountains. So it's not so much of that up here. And we have a home filtration system. But I have helped many people change. A person in an apartment, I helped her buy a reverse osmosis type of filter, and it filters things like lead. That's like the easiest thing. That's like one of the easier things to filter out. It's the PFAs that are, so you want to get it certified. Make sure that it's like certified and PFA certified and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Joe's heard of that before. Yep, exactly, Joe. It is really scary, Barbara. I agree. Hi, Kathleen. And Alyssa saying all the hormones in our food and milk, etc. I know that has been causing a lot of issues for our kiddos, especially. We will add plastics to that as well. Yep, exactly, Alyssa. Exactly. And we'll figure out how to get rid of it. That's what the Age of Aquarius is all about. We'll recognize the health problems that it's making, which is what's happening now. And people will move away from it and they'll change. And we'll shift away from it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we will. You know, it's kind of that's kind of what happens sometimes. You know, humans haven't always had it right. So we messed a few things up, like about health, and I still think we messed stuff up about health. I still don't think so. Uh, I'll look into filtration. I live in a caravan without proper plumbing, hose to tap. So what you do, Barbara, is if you live in a caravan, is you want to get some glass bottles, and then go into grocery stores and refill them. That's what I would do. If you're moving around, yeah, that's what I would do, Barbara. I would get a couple good glass bottles, and maybe you can even crochet or buy a crocheted thing to go around it to help prevent it from breaking too easily, and then just take 2 or 3 of them in the grocery store and fill them up. They have most grocery stores all over the country have water dispensing, reverse osmosis type systems in the grocery store, and you can pay like 50 cents a gallon or something like that. Oh, okay. I see. Caravan is in a permanent place. I see, Barbara. Well, if it's in a permanent place, then you can get that. You can get that filtration system. All you do is take the back tank off and fill it up with water, and then put it back into the thing, and then it filters it, and then your water's on tap, sort of. Okay. Yeah, they have them. I guess they have them at gyms too, huh, Samantha? Yeah. All right. Well, isn't that an interesting conversation to come up, huh? It's all about the health, see? And it's all because of Alyssa's grandma. She's funny. I'm just kidding. It's probably because of me, because I'm a health geek. Did you guys notice? Okay. There's a channeled message that doesn't seem to be attached to anyone. That's definitely coming from an entity in a different dimension. We're in a time of change. Humans are in a time of change right now. Humans are in a place of change. Humans are changing. Right now, humans are embracing the next evolution. This is a big change. Everything will change. Government, money, food, medicine, everything, including war. Everything's headed for a change. Prepare yourself. Be ready. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And in this moment, in this here and now, as we go forward, this entity, I just want you to know that you're going to be okay. And just keep tapping into your heart, Connecting with your mind and heart. Connect your mind and heart together. When we connect our mind and heart together, we'll know which way to go. That's what shows you which way to go. Always follow the heart. If you follow the heart, then you know you're going in the right direction. If your heart is hurting, heal it. Heal the heart, and then you'll be able to move. Heaviness in the heart. Heaviness in the heart is not just from the moment in the now, it's also from the moment in the yesterday. So yesterdays have to be healed so that today can be healed. And so that's how you go forward. Heal the yesterdays by healing your heaviness in your heart now. Life is cyclical. This is only one lifetime. You have many, many lives. You come and come and come again and again and again. You come over and over again, always trying to get a little bit better each time. Each generation tries to make things a little bit better. You're doing pretty good so far. Keep evolving. Keep going. It's not just this lifetime. Try to expand your awareness, expand your view, expand your view. Sense which way you're supposed to go. We have more than 5 senses. Humans have lots of senses, lots of different senses, lots of different ways to sense your way. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it. But you don't always see it the way you see me now, or the way you see each other, or the way you see the things in your home. Sometimes you see it in your mind's eye, or sometimes you hear it in your mind, in the back of your mind. Listen to that. Listen to that. Sometimes you feel it in your heart. Sometimes you feel it in your gut. All of us are different. Everyone is different. But each lifetime you're meant to discover new senses. Everyone has new senses. Everyone has sense. Everyone has the ability to develop their sense. You can heal your body. Okay. You can heal your body. And you can definitely heal your heart. When your heart is healed, your body is healed. Sadness makes you sick. Anger makes you sick. Jealousy makes you sick. Happiness, joy, gratitude make you healthy. Okay. Be in the here and now. Don't worry about tomorrow, but know tomorrow will change. Okay. Well, so I kind of felt the entity sort of knocking or pushing from behind. And that's not the first time I've felt it, but that's the first time I've allowed them to really come through and say whatever they want. No, Barbara, I don't think we should be scared. Didn't I say not to be scared? Be in the here and now, right? I just now seen your message, though. Did I end that way? That's what I said, right? Yeah, I said that. I agree, Joe. We need the world to change for the higher good in ourselves. I agree. See, so I just came back in, and I think I'll get better at channeling that spirit, and maybe at some point we'll learn their name and where they're from. Okay. Yeah, Samantha. It's been really knocking at my door for some time. This entity, I don't know who they are, and I don't know, but I'm supposed to do it. I'm supposed to come live and do these readings, and I'm also I think prepare yourselves is what I just went through, like saying to heal your heart and to get your heart and your mind connected. I think that's what they mean by prepare yourself. Because that's what my guides have been telling me for almost 20 years, 15, 20 years, maybe 15. My guides have been saying to heal my heart, to heal my soul. So, yeah, thanks, Cheryl. That's the first time I've done it. That's why the first time you see me do it. Uh, yeah, Kylie, it's a little bit different. It's definitely different than channeling like a spirit, like of your loved ones. Um, yeah, you need a lot of inner work to prepare for the outer words working. So I think Barbara, to prepare yourselves, I'm pretty sure that doing your shadow work, um you feel light after that message, Samantha? That's good. That's good. I feel it's a light being. I don't feel that no, 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 I don't think it's doomsday. I've asked. Um what the world reads now is love, sweet love. Yep, exactly, Barbara. Exactly. I think it's more like major big changes. Yeah, and it may not be perfect, but yeah, I think you just have to learn to connect your heart and mind, meditation. That's why meditation is happening on such a big scale. Um and um you know, so Siobhan, I want to say, Alexa, stop. I want to say something about that. Um, I've experienced a lot of pain. A lot. I was born into an awful situation. I was abused severely as a child. Um, and as far as I knew, growing up in the 80s, there was no chance in hell I was going to heal this childhood trauma. Right? And I thought the pain was unhealable, frankly. I just thought I would suffer for the rest of my life, just forever and ever. And when I was 30, just after my Saturn returns, I started to have awakening. Um, and I began to do yoga and Reiki on myself. I began to do meditation. I started doing a lot of dancing. Um, and that led me to healing pain that I thought was not healable. Okay, things like my mom not picking me up as a hungry baby, all kinds of really awful things, Siobhan. Like just really bad thing. Um, so I would just say I don't think it's meant to be scary, by the way, Tina. Just saying. Um, and I don't you've locked it away, but you can unlock it, let it all out, and clean out the room. I promise you that you can. I promise. Okay? It is possible. I promise. Just keep going towards the light. I pointed you towards the light. Get your heart and mind together, do some meditation, get centered in with your heart, spend some time in gratitude, rewatch this. I tell you exactly how to go to the light. I tell you exactly the direction that you should go. Donna. Do you know if my mom is pissed about the other day? Kind of. She's disappointed. Spirits don't usually get pissed off. That's a human thing. But I would say that it doesn't exactly make her happy. Yeah. So yes, does it bother her? Yes. It wasn't supposed to happen that way, is what she's saying. And she's also saying what they did to you is wrong, which is exactly the energy that I got when you told me about it. Alyssa said that I just got a really high-pitched ringing in my ear right as soon as you finished conveying that message. Interesting, Alyssa. I wonder if you also have one. Have you ever wondered if you're a starseed? Anyway, thanks, Barbara. Appreciate that. I feel that sometimes, but try to tell myself a lot of what was in the message because the stress doesn't help either. Okay, Stephanie. Not exactly sure what you're saying, but I'm trying to. Um, it's okay, Joe. It's okay. I'm grateful for everything I went through because I'm just gonna say, and people when I say that, people like gasp. They're like, okay. And what I would say is everything I went through was planned. I planned it that way. Before I came here on Earth, I made that agreement. I agreed to go through that, and I agreed to come through it onto the other side, and I agreed to challenge people's integrity, and I agreed to be in integrity differently than other people, and I agreed to do what I'm doing now. So it's all meant to be. But thanks for trying to have some compassion and empathy. The number one thing I would like is to see others heal themselves. And if I'm your inspiration, then I'm grateful to be that. You don't think you've watched a live with just me? Great. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Barbara. So you think my husband trusts that I have the ability to connect on another level? Oh, you sure do, Joe. Everybody does. Everybody does. Alyssa, starseed, we should look it up. Has many different meanings. But some of us believe that a lot of us, or a great majority of us, or a great portion of us, may be the light seers, and maybe this is why you're having that heart thing. That some of us actually have a connection, a soul connection, a physical connection to entities from another dimension or another star system. Kind of like aliens, but I don't like that word. It's more like an entity from that's pretty much okay. So a star seed. You can look it up. Just what is a star seed? You'll find lots of information on it. You can do and I'm pretty sure I'm one. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that try to bring through the light are as well. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Joe. I'm grateful for my traumas that made me who I am today. Exactly. Okay, Siobhan said, I feel like everything I've gone through is to help others. I just need to figure out how to heal myself first. You got this, Siobhan. It's not that Siobhan, if it's that difficult, come to me for a reading or some coaching and I'll get you on the right path. That's what I do. That's my job. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm alive. That's my purpose. Okay? I can empathize with you, a rough childhood. Yeah. You can heal it though, Terry. Doesn't have to define you. Doesn't have to own you today. Cheryl said something that I could never understand. I lost my daughter December 16th of 23. Did I plan to lose a daughter or did she plan to leave me? Yeah, probably both, Cheryl. I don't think she planned to leave you. She hasn't really left you. But she's passed. So, yeah, you did plan to lose a child and there's something that you have to learn from that. So, let's, I would suggest an astrology death chart reading that will tell you exactly why. That will tell you exactly what you're to learn from losing your daughter and how to proceed forward. And what you can do to make sure that you have a life in the future together with your daughter. Thanks, Brooke. I don't know what is true, but I try to be an honest person. Enjoy, Alyssa. I'm sure it will resonate with you, Alyssa. Then if you have a similar question, Joe, I'm going to tell you a similar answer. Try the astrology death chart reading at my website, divineandrogyne.com. You guys can see it right there. Just go ahead and book there. And I'm pretty sure that you'll that reading will just blow your mind. You'll just be like, what? Okay. Um it will show you um it will show you everything you need to know. Why they died. So you need their birthday, the day they died, and your birthday. Hopefully we can include the time too, not just the date and place, but also the time to the best of your ability. Yeah, if you don't understand, Cheryl, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just saying, if you have an open mind and you really want to know, then let's do it, Cheryl. Let's do it. Okay. So Brooke, yeah. Brooke was referring to star seeds. Yep. Thanks, Brooke. Um, yeah, I think you do, Cheryl. And that's what I'm here doing. That's the reading, the astrology death chart reading that I'm talking about. I'm the only person in the world that does what I do. I don't know anyone else that does it. That they combine mediumship with astrology. We put the two together and we dive deep into your loved one's life and their connection to you and why you're here, why they died at the time they did, what are you supposed to learn from this, and how to heal it. All that is completely in your chart. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Joe. No, Bianca, I just did a couple of readings. You can watch it. Bianca, I did a couple of readings and then I channeled an entity, a divine entity. I would say an entity from another dimension. Okay. Uh yeah, I'm sure you miss her, Cheryl. I'm sorry. It's heartbreaking. Thanks, Brooke. I appreciate that. Oh, okay, Cheryl. That's fine. That's fine. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Um, Bianca, you'll love watching this one. So, as I finish up tonight, I got a reading here. I got to get ready to go to, and I just want to say thank you to all of you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being willing to stay open to the entity from. I'll try it again. Um, um. Oh, Joe, you mean the death of your loved one, right? Not your death date. Death of your loved one. Okay. If you're not sure exactly, even if you give me a roundabout date, I can still do it. Okay. You're welcome, Barbara. It's honestly, I'm just going to tell you guys. This is my calling. This is my thing. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be helping people heal. Joe, I'm not going to try to predict your death. I want to look at your loved one's death and tell you why they died at that time. I don't think predicting someone's death is a good idea. You're welcome, Marianne. It is a safe place. I do try to always have a safe place, and I appreciate all of you for being here, for being open to hear what spirits might come through or what other entities might come through, being open-minded and being safe with me today, and realizing that all sorts of energies come through, and there's lots of different ways to connect to the other side. I'm here to help guide you to that. You need help opening your third eye, you need help healing. That's what I do, you guys. That's my calling. That's my purpose. That's why I'm alive. Um, I think we all have a purpose, and if you need help finding yours, I'll show you. I'll point you in the direction. Okay? So, thank you, Alyssa. Thank you for all you do, and she said we're also incredibly grateful for you and that all of our paths cross. Well, I'm glad that all of our paths crossed today, and I really appreciate all of you, including you, Lynette, in the group, and Kelly and Debbie. I appreciate all of you. Tina, I appreciate all of you, I appreciate this whole group. I appreciate the mediums group. As much as sometimes I've cursed it or not cursed it, like cast a spell, like, God damn it. Like, said curse words that probably can't say on Facebook. But so Brooke, if something is blocked, I'll be able to sense it in a reading, Brooke. Absolutely. Just look up in the comments. My link is in there. And so just know this is my calling. This is what I'm here to do. And I'm here for you. And I don't charge a ton of money. I really don't. I think it's pretty fair. I try to keep my prices affordable, that it's something affordable for you. It's not, $500 an hour craziness. It doesn't feel right in my body to do that. So I try to keep my prices reasonable. And that's why I also run Psychic Insights. And that's why I do what I do. And I appreciate all of you for being here today and being open-minded and being with me in this moment and receiving the message from the entity that's been kind of knocking at the door and keeps getting louder and louder. So I think I have to listen. So I don't know what's to come, but apparently I'm supposed to do more of this, and I probably will. So I look forward to all of you and seeing you the next time. Sade, can you advise me if my loved one planned their death? I can look at the astrology. You can book a reading with me if you're from Africa. I've done it. I've done readings with people all over the world. Yep. Okay. Yeah, look into the death astrology reading. It's a really powerful reading. I'm the only person that does it. Spirit led me to it. Spirit was like, here, learn astrology. Now that you already know mediumship, learn astrology. And I mastered astrology. Then I took a death astrology, medical astrology. And the Spirit was like, okay, now put them together. And I was like, what? And I've looked around. I haven't found anyone else that does it. The only thing I've seen close is one woman that works for Kepler College, which is an astrology school. She teaches grief coaching with astrology. It's not quite the same thing. So, all right. Peace out to all of you. May you be blessed and may you enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.